everybody. We are here today at Susquehanna State Park in Havre, Maryland. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but that's where we are. And behind you, you see the Rock Run Grist Mill. It's a beautiful old stone structure. Today we are taking a loop trail. It's about a 4 to 5 mile loop trail that runs along Susquehanna and then up in the valley. And we've been noticing a lot of the historical markers and mansions and homes and buildings in the area. So a lot of history here, a lot of Civil War history here. And we'll be glad to share it with you and hope you'll wander out yonder with us today. You can see ahead of you is the grist mill, and the Susquehanna River is in front of us. We've made it up to the historic area in the Susquehanna State Park. And the home before you is absolutely stunning. And this is called the Carter Archer House. Part of the Civil War trails of Maryland. And for you Civil War buffs, from what I understand, this gentleman led some of the first Confederates engaged at the Battle of Gettysburg. One of his men fired the shot that killed Union General John Reynolds, which I believe was the first casualty of the Battle of Gettysburg, or the first general, I suppose, maybe. I'm not sure. I'd have to check on that. And this is the front of the house. Beautiful stone house. I'm not sure what they're doing with it, but there it is. Beautiful forest next to it. Anyhow, this is called the Carriage Barn, and that's what I thought when we pulled up to it, or walked up to it. You can see the doors. You would walk your carriage in there. And then there's some doors on the other side similar to that. But here's the marquee that discusses it. A little bit difficult to read right now. It's pretty dirty. But it's in this historical area of the Susquehanna State Park here down in Maryland. Havre, Maryland. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that's where we're at. So we are going to head down before we hit the Susquehanna Ridge Trail, and we're going to take this trail in front of us. It leads to a waterfall. What else?
It looks like a spillover
of
some sort.
And it sounds pretty. The forest is beautiful, so we're going to check this out first. Anyhow, this trail takes you down to, I guess it's the creek that runs into the Susquehanna River, which is to the right of us. I don't even have my hiking shoes on yet. I'm wearing a pair of sandals, so I'm taking it kind of slow till I get my shoes on. But if you listen, you hear it. Anyhow, this trail is marked with a purple blaze, and they do give you a decent map at the park ranger office, and then we printed some offline as well to help us navigate our way around this area. So this is just called the Historic Walking Trail. And this to the left is the Mill Pond and Mill Race. So as you can see, back in the distance there, the spillover. I'm going to be walking down that way. Okay, so the trail can get a little muddy down through here, fair warning. And this is when I wish I had put my boots on. So I'm going to have to navigate this with my sandals on. Okay, well, this is quite stunning. So as you can see, this is the top of the spillway. And a pretty stone wall around it. Water spilling over the side here, starting on the creek. super cool tree hollowed out. That is really cool. Anyhow, that's just in front of this area. Anyhow, we are going to be checking out some of the trails in this park. There's quite a few trails, and they all kind of interconnect with one another. And I think we are going to be taking the Susquehanna River Trail. So we'll be going along the river and then making a lollipop kind of turnaround trail to get back. Looking forward to it because this is a beautiful area. We are at the Rock Run Grist Mill right now. We're standing in front of it. Huge, beautiful stone structure. Again, this is the Rock Run Grist Mill. Beautiful, beautiful structure. In the Susquehanna State Park down in Maryland. As you can see, the Susquehanna River in front of us. And we are getting ready to start out on our hike. Before we take off, I wanted to show you the very front of the grist mill area. Very pretty area. And it's early spring, everything's just now turning green and popping out. Lots of pollen in the air, but it's a beautiful day. Expecting it to be around the 70s, I think, today. Sunshine, so it should be a beautiful day. There's a viewing platform here right in front of the grist mill. You can see there's geese out there. People fishing, just enjoying the weather today. Okay, as you can see, this is an old railroad bed. The tracks are still in place here that runs along the Susquehanna River here. As you can see, that's the river out here. So we will be walking along that for a lot of the trip. We think we're supposed to be going this way down the trail. And we will share with you what we find. As you can see out on the river today, there are some people out fishing. So we're approaching a little bridge crossing here. This water spills over into the Susquehanna River. Over here to our right. Yeah, this is the trail we're going to be going on. It says it's not maintained or it's unmaintained, but it's evidently heavily used. Otherwise it wouldn't be quite this clear. But it looks as though we are not going to have a crowd on the trail today, so that makes it even nicer for us. And again, as you can see, this trail is an old railroad bed. I don't know how, I imagine this goes about a mile on this particular trail that we're going on, because we will be going up to the left and up the ridge over there, I think. But that's what this trail is. Pretty much it looks like the whole way. So as you can see, I spotted a couple of turtles out here on this tree crossing. So that's an osprey up there. And we just saw, I think its partner, swoop down with a fish in its talons. So they are out hunting, I'm guessing, and nesting somewhere. But there are birds just all over the place out here. You hear them taking off, mostly the geese. There are some that are perching. There's a whole groups of them perching out there. There she goes. There she goes.
Definitely had something in her talons.
Yep, she's got something in her talons. Can't see it, but so this is one of the trailheads that you can park at to get on this trail. And then there's a bridge up here that we'll be crossing. Seems to be a very popular area. I believe we've spotted our first Virginia Bluebells. Pretty cool. We got lucky on this trail. There are some fields of bluebells out here. Aren't they gorgeous? And everything smells so good. They are so pretty. You can see them as far as you can see out here through the trees on the floor of the forest to the right and left of us. So again, some more. So pretty. They're just lined along this path. And you can see them way out there. Just tons of them. So we got to see them. We were hoping to be able to see them at some point. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And again, just fields of them, just as far as you can see. So pretty. So pretty. This is one of the reasons we come out, just to see the beauty of this. It's short-lived, so it's nice to be able to capture it. And as you can see, again, just as far as you can see, they are just all over the place out here. Shannon says she has spotted a white one. So there you can see the white ones. Surprised she spotted those. They're just in the field. These blue ones. There they are. So we've reached a juncture in the trail. I think if you continue going straight, that is the Mason-Dixon Trail. We are going left across the bridge. And we are what we think is called the Susquehanna Trail. Although it's a bit confusing. The map that they gave us said that this was supposed to be a different color blaze trail, I think red. But it's been blue blaze the whole way. So anyhow, we pulled up the All Trails app and figured out we were going the right way, so we're okay. Little ducks. There's some type of duck or goose sitting on that log. We've seen some different wildlife. We've seen a couple of snakes so far, but we missed taping them. One was a garter snake, one was a black snake. I was walking too fast, so I spooked him and we missed him. As you can see, we are on the left side of the trail now that we were on. It's the swampy area. The river is over to the right. We've gone left on the trail and it's just very swampy. You can see the stagnant water. And it just goes out that way. It's just pools and pools of stagnant water out here. Sure, during the hotter months, lots of mosquitoes and bugs. So you may want to bring a net with you, a head net, if you're coming out in the warmer months to this trail. But it's pretty, and as you can see, it's a wide old road path, it looks like, or roadbed maybe. So plenty of room. So we walked up on this old furnace. And there is the marquee here to give you some information. This is called the Stafford Flint Furnace. See the old brick and stone structure. The furnace sits along this, I think this is called Deer Creek. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what it's called. You can see there's a man out there fishing. But as always, love hearing the sound of water. It's all yours, dude. You have it. Right, Shannon? That's right.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we could dangle our feet.
No. I already thought about that. I had thought, well, then I was like, no. Lots of snakes there, I bet.
Third snake today.
Yep. So this is the trail that we were on. The Lower Susquehanna Heritage Greenway Trail. But on the All Trails map, it's called the Susquehanna
We started here.
Trail. So that's the one that we took according to All Trails. The blaze was not what the park map showed. It's
Oh,
a
okay.
different color, but
We went up here.
it was the same path, yeah. So we started down at Rock Run and we walked all the way up to there. So we think that we were on the green trail, and this is going to turn into the Susquehanna Ridge Trail, which is blazed red, which is what we thought we were supposed to be on to begin with. But anyway, we're figuring it out and going according to the map that we have, so we'll be fine. And it's not that difficult of an area. You just have to kind of watch where you're going here. So we're crossing the bridge. It's going to take us to the trail that takes us back to the car. But this is a pretty cool area. You can see across the river or creek here, the iron furnace. So we just turned on Deer Creek Trail. It's a green blaze. Anyhow, we're heading this way. And I think we're supposed to be hitting a red blaze down here somewhere to follow that back. But we're not sure. Again, we're in Maryland. And the maps that we have are a bit confusing because the trail blaze markings are not what the All Trails app said. So it's a bit confusing. So we came across this old farming implement. I'm not sure what it is. Rusting out in the woods. So this trail sort of we're at a juncture, and you can either go here to the Deer Creek Trail. There's a parking lot just off to the left, or you can go straight, which is where we're going, on the Ridge Trail. So the trail has finally turned red like it was supposed to be. Anyhow, we figured it out, and thanks to using my All Trails app, we were sure we were on the right path and making the loop the way we were supposed to be making it, so we never got lost. So we came across a turn in this trail. There's just a whole field of the bluebells to enjoy. Very fragrant. So we've come to a little creek crossing here. It's a very slow trickle coming down. You can see it goes down there past the bluebells. We're heading that way. So we've just come to another intersection here, and we're going to be going to the right, the Susquehanna Ridge Trail, which will wrap us around and take us back to a trestle bridge that we crossed earlier, and we'll walk down the river back to the car. But this here is the Mason-Dixon Trail, and it's one of the trails that I've been wanting to do. So this is I think Havre de Grace, Maryland is where this trail starts and goes north, I'm pretty sure. I may be wrong, but I think that's the case. So it is a trail that I was wanting to check out, but we're gonna go this way. So we've reached a creek, somewhat wide creek, and across the creek there you see the path you've got to take, but we've got to cross it. So we might get some wet feet, we don't know, but at this point we really don't care because we're hot, and it would probably feel good. Shannon's going to go across first. Yep, not so bad. Probably a good thing we had our poles with us. So evidently we are on the Mason-Dixon Trail as well as the Susquehanna Ridge Trail, which I wasn't aware of. I guess it sort of intertwines here. Anyway, I think we're almost back down to the trestle bridge and the riverfront area. So we can see the river over to the left. You can hear the water. So again, we've made it back down to the grist mill where we are parked, and as you can see, it's pretty crowded. And this is early part of the week, so it's crowded now. I can't imagine what it's like here on the weekends. I imagine it's going to be jam-packed with people. So I guess we're fortunate that we're here early week so we can have a place to park. One of the grist mill stones. So we've made it back to our vehicle, which was parked at the grist mill here behind us. The trail that we took was supposed to be, it's called the Susquehanna Ridge Trail. If you go to the All Trails map, it's a bit confusing. So I was glad I had the app because we were able to use that to make sure we were on trail. But this trail is actually 3 different trails. I think it's called something Green Trail, Heritage Green Trail. What was the other one? Do you remember?
Deer Creek Trail.
Yeah, so there was a blue blaze, a green blaze, and then a red blaze. We did eventually find the red blaze, and it is a ridge trail. It goes up on the ridge and comes down and lands you out on the road, and then you walk back down to this area. So it can be just a bit confusing, and it's different from what All Trails has. just wanted to let you know that in case you decided to come out here. But it was a pretty hike along the Susquehanna River. We got to see a lot of ducks and geese and osprey and snakes and turtles, and actually some horses came by. So it's an interesting day, and it's beautiful out. The sun is out, so we had a really nice day. So anyhow, we wanted to thank you all for coming with us, and we hope you enjoyed wandering out yonder with us. We'll see you later.